There we go.
Yep, the exact pre-bans as last time.
Mm-hmm.
Oliver,
the Oliver
Lima down.
Next time.
YEONHONG with the first pick here.
We know the Gianna is coming through here. We know the Shizuka and the Masha are soon to follow. There they are. Dominic Wusa not far behind.
Yep, 2 more picks here. Ragdoll, and I can't remember what this next one was. Oh, how can I forget?
Oh,
the same.
Oh, still like we gotta watch him ban out our content again, bro.
I know. Oh, he's even swapping the position of it. That's interesting there. So Cadiz swap position with the Molong, the Beelzebub, and then we all have to watch the content get banned out here. Beelzebub and Cadiz getting the knife.
The Dark Demon's getting banned, the Cadiz is getting banned, the 2 units we wanted to see most of this game. But that still leaves the Dominic for that huge burst damage potential. I still find it very fun to see him interact in games. And of course, having Seimei making it a little bit more difficult for YEONHONG to interact, making it difficult to navigate those turns instead. Like I said, I think XERE's kind of got like a thing for that. I think those are the teams that they really want to be drafting. Comes Gianna with the opener. We see the defense break on Dominic here, probably going to opt for the same thing. Though yep, now, once we get to these once we get through these opening turns, we're going to start seeing the game play out as it normally would.
Yeah, so last time he threw that second skill on himself, but he chose to put it onto the Shizuka this time. Which is quite interesting. Interesting change, yeah, and that is allowed. That is allowed to do. It's only the pick ban phase that had to be exactly the same. Here comes a proc wanting to reapply that just to make sure that it sticks on. I was going to say it's kind of an awkward one if we're being totally honest. Yeah, it really is. So he wanted to get the defense breaks on everybody. Of course, he's going to do that second skill to help get the cooldowns back down on that third skill. We've got a Reckless Assault coming out and dismounting the Masha, though. And you know what? This could be enough to remove the Masha from the field. Obviously, you get revived back with the Soul Protection, but opts to go for the Shizuka instead.
Got a crushing hit, not a crit, too, there, so no boost from the Ragdoll.
Uh-oh. See it.
Oh, dear. That's big. That is big plays from Gianna. Masha, quick to proc out of it to make sure that she still can contribute damage. Unfortunately, barely touched the Dominic there.
Yeah, barely touched them. That was a massive missed crit on the that defense broken Gianna, by the way. And Gianna coming in with big stuns and not getting that stun with Shizuka. Shizuka able to try to do a little bit of something here. Looking for a 2-turn sleep. Oh, 1-turn sleep, I'm sorry. Not going to be happening. Maybe a second skill. Wants to strip that soul protection off the Shizuka, possibly.
Yeah, I'd love to see a second skill here or a defense break to set up damage for either the Dominic here or anybody else. But ideally, you want the soul protection gone before you do it, because I mean, Dominic can already kill from there, even with or without defense break. Let's see if Masha can actually do something.
If you see Gianna put the bomb on top of the Shizuka here, so it's only 1 turn in the soul protection. That means the bomb's going to take care of that unit. There's no cleanse on XERE's team. It's a very smart decision there to put the bomb on top of Shizuka. We've got Masha getting removed from the field. Oliver. Dominic's still looking fairly healthy, though.
He is, yeah. He's looking great. He hasn't taken a lot of damage in this game so far, which is surprisingly tanky. But
spoke too soon.
Masha.
Dominic in dire need right now, sitting at 1%. Shield's going to be coming up here, and you can see Seimei's passive coming in handy. We've got 1-turn immunity and shields.
We're getting more and more convinced that Masha's a straight counter to Dom. He's looking like a natural predator out in the wild.
Yeah, it definitely is. Bomb's going to be coming out onto Shizuka this time. First skill goes right into... I'm sorry, bomb goes out into Seimei. First skill into Shizuka, remove the Shizuka from the field. Definitely in favor of YEONHONG right now. Very safe draft.
I think I could count on one hand the number of boosts that Ragdoll has given this game. We've not gotten a ton of crits, save for Gianna's skill 1s.
Yeah, not a ton. To get a nice little bomb resist right there. Not going to matter too much. I feel like even with XERE getting the attack bar gain with Ragdoll, I feel like it's exactly what I was saying before. Like, Seimei just doesn't do enough. You've got a second skill that's going to do the exact same thing as the second skill of Shizuka, but a passive that doesn't truly enable, like, it's not stopping anybody here. And YEONHONG's going to be taking round 1, and I'm going to stand by that. I feel like Seimei was a weird draft. Seimei is like justified. The Woos is on the field. You're stopping it from getting the 3-turn shields and 1-turn sleeps on the first skill, but like that's all you're getting out of this unit. I feel like anything could have been in that place to help keep XERE's team alive, and just not a Seimei. I feel like Seimei just isn't there yet.
Yeah, I think it might have been a case of potentially either overvaluing the second skill or maybe like over appreciating how much that Wusa was going to contribute if it was left unchecked. Because in that case, doubling down on Shizuka's second skill is, like you said, great in theory, but not so much on paper if you don't have a great monster to revive with it. I mean, it goes for the soul protection to protect it, right? But it didn't end up helping his cause there. I agree. I think it could have been any other monster. I think maybe in that case, like you said, I think a Chungpung. Could have been a Chungpung or something, AoE.
Yeah, it could have been definitely like a lot of things, depending what he has rune prepared for YEONHONG here. But even that second skill, he wasn't getting a ton of value wanting to soul protect anything. And I understand like being able to get the cooldowns down with that second skill. I guess like that's the only true viability is to build the cooldowns. But you know, Ganymede can do that with Ventilate even better. There's a lot of options.
Very good point.
We have our pre-bans from last time and new pre-bans coming out. Dominic getting the knife and Ragdoll getting banned out as well. XERE with the first pick. Let's see if he takes a unit away from YEONHONG here.
Huh. Interesting seeing those two come out. I'm starting to feel like Dominic is kind of easily dealt with in a certain way, just to nuke him down. But granted, maybe they don't feel the same way. They'd rather not introduce that feeling of danger, that sense of urgency of having to take out one unit over others.
Lima first pick coming out of XERE. YEONHONG very quick to stomp down that Oliver and Wateroo 4.
Yeah, Oliver looking, he's doing his best to make it look like he got nerfed. He's something, but he's still presenting a ton of value. I'm not really buying it. He still looks incredibly viable, and I don't think he's really lost his first pick status as we're seeing here from YEONHONG.
Yep, not at all. I think we might be seeing a little familiar draft coming out of XERE here. Nana's coming out, and Masha being totally justified throughout all of YEONHONG's draft. We have attack bar manipulation throughout 3 of his units.
No way.
Okeanos making an appearance, which is quite interesting. I mean, I feel like Sekhmet's really taken the limelight away from that Okeanos, but I think we're going to see this AoE team coming out of YEONHONG looking to utilize that Rain of Stones, additional damage with Okeanos, and having that ability to get the strip resets too with Okeanos. But XERE hovering over Vertiheel, might be locking this in. I can tell you right now, that's triple revenge Verd. That is no doubts in my mind. That's
definitely triple revenge Verd. So you're super right about that. I'm a little. Oh, there's the Gianna. Thank you, because I'm just about to say that I think that YEONHONG might be trusting the strips from Chungpung and more just a little too much. I think he needs something a little bit more consistent. It looks like XERE saw through that and is like, I'm gonna make you bank on the 75% chance to strip and more significantly reduced chance to strip, because Lima is kind of difficult to deal with in that case, and we knew she wasn't getting banned just because of the surplus of strip options.
Yep, that's right. Well, we've got a really interesting match ahead of us here, and this could be it. If YEONHONG can take this, YEONHONG's going to be moving forward with the 2-0. He's got a really good draft going into XERE, but we'll see how well Masha plays in.
And that's it right there. That was the situation that XERE chose to put him in, right? He banned the one very consistent strip and made him bank on more in Chungpung, because that happens with Chungpung. Sometimes you feel like he really lands it, but that 75% chance, it is not as solid as you think it is at certain times.
Yeah, not at all. I mean, we've got a defense break sitting on top of Chungpung. That Chungpung not landing his stuff, not looking super great. He's looking at a almost dying out here. That's going to be really, really bad for YEONHONG, because that's going to be another orb up on this Nana, and it's really tough to come back from that. We've got a hungry Masha looking to get that orb right here.
Just needs one more turn, but he's going to get it eventually. And Oki still not being able to contribute anything to this game, unfortunately. A really strange pick. Unfortunately, he can throw the defense break off of him just to make it a little harder to confirm the kill on him, but it's just going to be a second longer.
A lot of buffs out there. You know who'd be really great as a resetter is that Sekhmet. Sekhmet would have been looking real good right now.
Look at that Sekhmet. Sekhmet would have been lit, Stoic. Very true. One of our personal favorites from the RTA season. She's been great, and I like what you said, how she's kind of stolen the limelight from Oki. She's more or less taken the spot that he used to be in, and in lieu of his hard control on skill 3 that ultimately saw a little bit of a balance change back in the day to make it less consistent, she's bringing defense break, glancing, everything you want on that skill 2.
right? YEONHONG's not showing a ton of damage either. He's just got a lot of multi-hit, a lot of additional damage to try and get through XERE's team here. But with those 2 orbs, it's looking really, really tough. He has to start doing something. That Rain of Stone needs to come out, even if he can't get full value out of it. He's got to keep skill 2ing. He needs to get any strips that he can here. Oliver honestly has to pop off. He needs to eliminate this Lima, but that's another orb coming up here. And if we get the stun, he's going to be in a lot of trouble.
All right, Oliver. So now is the time to pretend like you weren't nerfed, man. If there was ever a time, it's now. YEONHONG is praying for some of that. He needs these turns from Oliver to come out. He needs to eliminate these stacks as soon as possible because this is not a winning position with the Masha still in play.
Yeah, definitely not. I mean, the HP is low in the Lima and the Eleanor. That's in favor of YEONHONG, but there's still a lot of work that needs to get put in here. So that's the last of the revives. I do believe Wateryu has a skill too, and we could see a lot of value out of this. Who knows? It might be enough. I think he has to try and dismount the Masha, because Masha's still going to be a lot of trouble here.
I think he's trying to set it up so that he can just get a ton of value from that skill. Oh, he didn't get the stack because it was revenge. You saw that?
Let's see.
Oh,
gets the double kill.
word.
Does not get the stack up for revenge. Oh, that defense breaks massive. YEONHONG tried so hard here. Wow, XERE is going to be taking that match. XERE stays alive. I see what YEONHONG was trying to do. He was trying to get everyone's HP nice and low to try to get that AoE, finish off a ton of units, clear out all the orbs on top of the Nana. Nana's such a troublesome unit. But like I said, I feel like he was lacking damage. His team, I know the synergy was good, but what happened here was he was down a unit. Okeanos was not able to do anything in this match. I would have much rather seen Sekhmet, who's been used by a lot of other people, where, like I said, she's taken the limelight away from Okeanos. I think Sekhmet would have been a great option here. Because he already has an Oliver. Oliver, Sekhmet are great units to use together. You're going to single target strip reset. Well, we're going to have a single target damage dealer, attack power, manipulation, resetter like Oliver as well. That can help take advantage of what Sekhmet's going to be doing on that field. I think that was probably the play, probably what he should have done. Yeah, even a Bulwark. Bulwark wouldn't have been so bad either.
Yeah, a Bulwark or I'm thinking even a Molong, something to capitalize on the window when you're open, right? So like make it so that when that immunity ultimately and invincibility ultimately comes down, make it so you can capitalize on it really well, because we ultimately saw him kind of throw that third skill away when there were only 2 monsters available right there to try to get stunned. It was kind of tough. It was kind of tough for him. But yeah, more really almost put him in a winning position. I liked what YEONHONG was trying to do, but it was a difficult spot to come back from.
This is a really interesting pre-ban. So we have XERE pre-banning out Wusa. And what that says to me is I'm not liking my Seimei draft against Wusa. So Wusa's going to get the pre-ban here. Lima's getting pre-banned here. YEONHONG very quick to drafting that Gianna first. And I think we're going to see, again, another similar draft coming out of XERE. Probably something along the roots of a Nana.
Yes, and here comes the Shizuka and Ragdoll. And he's still thinking about it, though. He's got plenty of time. Interesting reconsidering to throw the Masha back out there.
Yeah, Masha's too good. I feel like you got to do it. YEONHONG probably I was going to say drafting the Dominic. He wants to bring the Masha out to try and wrap that unit up. We're seeing Cadiz again. I really hope YEONHONG changed my mind about this Cadiz, because I'm still not a fan seeing it right now.
He is craving that Cadiz tonight, Stoic. Like, he really wants to create. He wants to show this monster off, and dang it, I want to see it. Oh, XERE's like correcting the draft right now. He's like, here, let me show you what Oki should have been. It should have been the Sekhmet.
Yeah. Yeah, there's that Nana. Like I thought XERE was going to be drafted. So he goes Nana and Ragdoll. We've seen Nana Ragdoll combinations. Sometimes Riley's that last pick that you're going to be seeing here. Bringing sustain in, bringing attack buff. And that could be exactly what XERE's going to wrap up his draft. I do love that Hearn. Hearn looking extra powerful, but also looking like a massive ban for XERE.
You look at all the passives in play already. Oh, the Abellio, the first one of the tournament, Stoic. Let's go, dude. There is so much content in this draft right now from YEONHONG's side. And now XERE, there's his signature Dark Demon. Operation
bringing out the Dark Demon. I feel like he's banning out. I mean, he had to ban out the Hearn. Hearn has to be the ban. That Abellio is such a great pick by YEONHONG. The fact that he went Hearn Abellio really does shut down a lot of what XERE's trying to do here, but he's forcing him into the ban on top of the Hearn. And that Abellio is going to be a lot of trouble.
He is. You're 100% right, Stoic, because look at this. Without sans the Dark Demon, assuming the Dark Demon doesn't see play, how does he get through the Abellio? Like, there's not a lot of units here that can actually confirm the kill, save for the Torrent range. The 30% goes for the ban on Ragdoll instead.
What an animal. Definitely was not expecting that. We've got a Dominic, we've got a Ragdoll ban here. It's 1-1. Winner's going to be moving forward to go up against Pinkroyd in the finals here. Let's see how this is going to be playing out. I mean, does the Nana really help XERE pull through here? He has his bread and butter in this draft, and YEONHONG, I mean, he brought the Cadiz. Cadiz proved me wrong. We'll find out.
Yeah, dude, Stoic, I think this might be a little bit of a creep play. I feel like XERE might want that Oblivion for the Shizuka. I think he might want to put the Oblivion up. We'll see how that plays out in application, because ultimately he's betting a spot in the finals for this. Again, both players at game point.
Yeah, definitely. You could be right. You definitely could be right for sure. I think we're looking at just a skill one. I was going to say a skill too to get cooldowns down on the Masha, but definitely saves it. Ooh, Despair Stun going out on the Gianna. We're going to see the heals coming out here. Any Provoke's going to be landing. Provokes does land on top of Nana. Now we've got defense breaks all over the place. Gianna gets removed. Additional turns going to be coming out here. And we've got Cadiz taking massive damage. Masha looking to finish off. Does not receive it there. We've got a third skill. We can get these Oblivions out right here. Oblivion does land on top of the Nana though.
And Stoic Abellio's in the wrong form, my guy. He wasn't in there to intercept it. This is so tragic for YEONHONG. This is so unfortunate.
It really
now
is.
All things in nature. Here we go. He's going to get stunned. He's going to be Oblivion. He's going to have branding.
It's everything he ever wanted. That's 2 orbs and not enough that YEONHONG can deal with. XERE coming in massively huge damage. Great drafting, great plays. YEONHONG, honestly, with the misplay here. But you know what? You can't take any credit away from XERE here. It was a great draft. The combination between Beelzebub and Nana is just so powerful. I don't see this Abellio coming through.
No, unfortunately, it was in the wrong form the whole time. Couldn't make use of it because you notice Hearn is already sub 40% when he retransforms, so Abellio is only going to be able to proc for himself. Doesn't waste any time. 20k, clean 47k on the Abellio to wrap up the game. XERE is moving on to the finals and leaving YEONHONG behind.